the dummy fairy has come and taken away Rokit's dummies. Now, funnily enough, how many dummies was it? At our house,
I have no idea.
It was probably about 9
But
dummies.
in the
so we had
book-
to chuck them all away in the bin.
In the book, it says to do the dummy hunt. So you go around the house and then you do the dummy hunt. Well, we didn't do it. I kind of collected them all. And
We
then
secretly,
this
like,
morning,
binned them.
I picked him up from the bed. This is 2 days after he had the dummy. Like, the dummy fairy's come and gone, giving him a nice gift. And he saw a dummy on the side that I missed.
Where was it? Shh, don't tell Mum.
Hello and welcome to Don't Tell Mum.
My name's Barney.
And I'm Jamie.
And this is the second most listened to parenting podcast in
Slovenia!
Slovenia. Have you ever been to Slovenia?
Where is that?
I have no idea because I haven't been either.
Right, you know what we're going to do, guys? We are going, my dad had a great idea. We're going to get a globe. I'm going to have a globe in the centre. We're going to have pins and we're just going to pin it.
Are we like a geography podcast suddenly? A globe?
No, it's like a
If
nursery.
I got a globe and
buy a
I
globe.
pointed to a country, do you reckon you'd be able to tell what any of them are?
Yeah.
Do you
travel
think
a
your
lot.
geography skills are better than mine?
I don't know.
I was always terrible at geography at school.
How are you, Mr. Banks?
Terrible.
You okay?
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm actually. I enjoy these times of every. I was going to say weekly, but it's not every fortnight that we
Yeah.
record our podcasts. I enjoy our time.
I feel like we really bond.
Yeah.
It's my favourite
James
time
Bond.
to do podcast stuff. No, because we don't really make content together anymore. Have you noticed?
We do. You had this like, woe is me on the content side of things with us. We do make content all the time together. You just pick the worst times.
We do long
all the
form
time.
together. We don't do
No,
short form.
but when we do short form stuff, right, we'll be chilling. This is a perfect example of a day in the life of Jamie trying to make short form content with Barney.
Go on, then.
I'm sat on the sofa with Rokit or something, and I'm like, okay, plan today is I'm going to take Rokit to the shopping centre. We're going to go and get some bits. We're going to do this, and then we're going to come home. We're like, okay, cool. 2 minutes before we leave, I'm like, right, I'm just going to get Rokit's coat and shoes on because we're going to leave to the shopping centre in 2 minutes. As I'm walking out the door, Jamie will go, oh, can I just film this TikTok really quickly? And I'm like, no, we have a plan today.
I'll tell you exactly
and
what it
you're
is.
throwing a car bomb into the bloody plan while I'm trying to leave.
This is why people think this is going to be a divorcing episode. I'm not kidding you. I tell him day before going, tomorrow I need to do this at this time. And he goes, okay. And then when it comes to it, he's like, what? I don't remember you saying that. And then he just gets memory issues. That's what you do.
Liar.
And you know you know you do it.
You're using the
What?
feminine masculine energy thing here, being like, well, men never remember
They
anything.
don't remember
I
anything.
bloody remember.
You know what? You need to chill out. Right. Today, I'm going to do a quiz on you
See,
because
she's changing
last week we
subjects.
did the
She knows I'm
birthday
right.
stuff. We are having issues with Rokit, guys. We have really hit a...
Are we having issues with Rokit?
I think we are.
Or have we taken something that is his favourite thing away from him?
He
and
hasn't
he's
complained
coping?
about it at all. Like, he has
But he
not.
still has to cope with the loss of it.
I get that, but at the same time, I think it's because Barney's negative. He's feeding off his negative energy. I honestly think that is
You're
it.
being such a little biatch at the moment.
I think that's it.
That's not it.
Anyway, if anybody knows us, we did the baby sleeping plan, which was game changing for his sleep. From like 8 weeks old, he was sleeping through the night, wasn't he? But we did mixed feeding, and the writer Allison Scott Wright has come out with the toddler sleep plan. I'm like kind of like touching chapters in the book. But that's not the same saying. What saying is it?
What was that?
Okay, I'm going to get her on the podcast, Alison Scott Wright. I guarantee you I'm going to get her on the podcast because she's unbelievable. And I have made a quiz today because I don't think you realise to what extent what impacts kids.
Oh,
and I
no.
honestly think Rokit has an acid reflux issue.
What?
I guarantee you. I'm reading the symptoms in this book and I'm like, he's got acid reflux.
What?
Me and Tyler were reading like all the symptoms of acid reflux.
Okay,
and
well,
we
if
were
you,
like, oh
if
my
you
gosh.
if you explain to me the symptoms, then yeah, maybe I'll agree with you. But first coming to mind, I wouldn't have said that he has
Right,
acid
I can't
reflux.
do that yet because it's part of the quiz.
Okay,
So
cool,
should we
great.
start the quiz?
Go on then, yeah. I'm always down for a
How
quiz.
is Rokit anyway, darling?
Rokit at the moment, one of the things that is a big step that we mentioned in last week's episode is that the dummy fairy has come and taken away Rokit's dummies. Now, funnily enough, how many dummies was it? At our house, I think it was about 9. It might have been more. How many dummies did he have?
I don't know. I have no idea.
It was probably about 9
But
dummies.
in the
so we had to
book-
chuck them all away in the bin.
In the book, it says to do the dummy hunt. So you go around the house and then you do the dummy hunt. Well, we didn't do it. I kind of collected them all. And then
We secretly,
this
like,
morning,
binned them.
I picked him up from the bed. This is 2 days after he had the dummy. Like, the dummy fairy's come and gone, giving him a nice gift. And he saw a dummy on the side that I missed.
Where was it?
It was literally in that little basket.
In his little...
Anyway,
yeah, I know
he
what
went,
you
dummy,
mean.
ha, ha, ha. And I went, oh my God, the fairy sent it. Fairies! Dummy!
Fairies! And she
Get
came
a
in and she was
dummy!
like, Barney, help me. I was
So
like,
I
oh, God.
literally put him down, ran downstairs and threw it in the bin. Anyway, Rokit then made his way downstairs while we were like making the bed upstairs. And I come down and he's pulled the whole basket off the side
Yeah.
trying to find it. And I was like,
He's
oh,
done
wow.
he's done a major hunt
he's
trying to find
very
it.
sneaky. Like he hides
knows.
he knows. So he hides it.
He
like,
uses you as well, by the way, and he uses me. Earlier today, he started crying, and I was like, are you all right? And he was like, up. So I picked him up, and I looked at him, and when I picked him up, he used me to pick him up so that he could look on the
Manipulative.
counter for stuff, and he was like, he's looking for a dummy,
yeah,
I
he's
think. And he was
manipulative.
like,
Like he did it
over my
last
shoulder.
night. He did it last night. Toddlers are manipulative.
Sneaky
Like
bugger.
for instance, he was like, water, milk. And I was like, Barney, he needs water and milk. And he went, he doesn't need water and milk. Barney goes and gets the water while he's trying to get off me. And he goes, I went, here we go, water. And he goes, no.
Yeah. So he's just using you because he wants attention.
No, he
So
wants
he's
to get
saying,
out
like,
of the
If
cot.
it's like water, milk, yeah, he's using anything that he can think of to get out of the
He's
cot
getting
and
clever.
do what he wants.
He's getting
He
so
almost-
clever.
Last night, by the way, he in his fit of hysterics when we put him to bed without his dummy, he tried. He almost climbed out of his bed for the
I
first time.
guarantee you we have about 4 weeks left of like
I think
freedom.
yes. I think a week.
Do you?
I think he's going to climb out of his bed in the next couple of days. Because last night I put him to bed and I sat. You saw me. I sat in his room with him while he was having a little tantrum. I left him in his cot, but I sat with him and was like, "I'm here. It's okay. Calm down.
Well, we need to
Shush."
order
And I was
a-
trying to calm him down. And then he was standing in the corner of his cot and he put a knee up on one side. And I went, no, and I pushed him back into his
we
bed.
need to.
I was like,
You know what we need to
"No,
do then
it's
tonight?
begun."
We need to measure his bed frame underneath because
And
it
buy a
turns into
mattress.
and buy a mattress so it's ready to go.
God, it's going to be such a nightmare.
I
Like he's
know.
going to be going into the hallway and up to our room constantly. As
Well,
soon
that's
as he
why
can
we
get
have
out of his
we
bed.
have the baby lock thing, so we can only do that middle floor.
I know, but he'll be at the bottom of our stairs crying and shouting, "Mummy, Daddy." You know that's
Yeah,
gonna
I
happen,
know
and
that,
you're
but
not
as
gonna
long
be
as
able
he
to
doesn't
hack it.
touch the freaking stairs.
But then you're not going to be able to hack it. So you'll be like, okay, he's shouting, "Mummy, I need
That's
to
a
go get
motherly
him."
thing, guys. Slip into the DMs for that because honestly, I think
Guys,
mums.
slip into my DMs. Is that what you just said? Do you want to repeat that? Guys, slip into my DMs.
Anyway, we got Rokit's 2-year check, and it's all positive, isn't it? He's speaking. He's holding balls with 2 hands.
Jesus. What do I have to bloody live with here? Yes, Rokit.
What do I have to live with here?
Rokit has received his 2-year update check, whatever you want to call it, and the nursery have to provide like a detailed breakdown of how they think he's doing. And they've said he's really good in every facet. What do you call it? In every category.
Yeah.
Happy
have
days.
happy
Told you it
days.
wasn't funny. She was like, I should read it out in the pod, and I was like, it's not very fun.
No, it's not very
literally
funny.
just he's doing well. And that's about it.
Right,
I
you
thought we were
ready?
doing a quiz.
I'm going to do it.
Crack on, Jamie.
Right. Number 1, we produce 2 sleep hormones. What are the hormones?
Oh my god. Sleep hormones. Melatonin.
Check. And
Dopamine.
no,
Serotonin.
no. What's your stress hormone?
Stress.
What's
your stress hormone?
What rises when you have stress?
Adrenaline.
No.
I don't know.
Cortisol.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So to go to sleep, we need higher levels of melatonin in us.
That's
Then
why
after-
sleep pills have melatonin in them.
Yeah,
right?
and then after a few hours of sleep, this hormone drops and the cortisol starts to rise, which will eventually wake you up. If cortisol is overproduced, we will find it hard to fall asleep. But excess cortisol is mainly by stress, which is
so
crazy.
if you're a stressed person, that's why you can't sleep.
That's why you can't sleep, because you've got higher and also coffee raises your cortisol, so it keeps you awake. So that's why they say only have coffee after like 12 p.m., which is pretty cool. So out of all the tests done by, is it the EDF or not the EDF? What is the educational system like?
I don't actually know.
Oh, okay. What they did?
Health Association, like
yeah,
WHO.
the health. Yes, yeah, like the
Yeah,
WHO.
the World Health Organization,
What
yeah.
is the biggest hindrance to a toddler's sleep? the biggest hindrance to
What do I,
sleep.
as in like they have a statistic which says this is the thing that's what, sugar?
Okay. It's not sugar.
It's not sugar. TV, like
No.
blue light.
It's the dummy.
Well, that's bullshit.
No, I'm not
because
kidding you. It's the dummy.
our
Because
kid
the
could
dummy,
only fall asleep
they
with a
found from
dummy.
tests, no, if the baby's dummy falls out and it causes like stress that they can't find the dummy, wakes
so it
them
causes
up,
them to wake up
etc.
if it falls out.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So
Dummy. Woo.
as a parent, you need, if your kid's having a temper tantrum, they call it the 5 C's as a personality. What are the 5 C's?
Of a child having a temper tantrum.
Yeah, so if
Wait.
as a parent,
Yeah.
dealing with a toddler's temper tantrum,
Yeah.
what are the 5 C's that you should be doing?
Adhere by.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they're having a tantrum.
Yeah, and it's 5 C's.
Wow. Calm.
Yep.
Caring.
No.
Cool, calm, collected. No? Is that one of them?
No.
No.
So calm.
Calm. Charismatic.
No. I'm just going to tell you.
Are these personality traits? So what are they?
Calm, controlled,
Okay.
confident,
Yeah.
clear,
Yeah.
and consistent.
Okay. I mean, that, yeah. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
And then there are 5 P's. What are the 5
Oh
P's?
my God.
Planning, preparing, patience, persistence, and perseverance.
Persistence and perseverance are the same thing.
That's what I thought.
And what were the first 2 for the P?
Prepare, plan.
Same thing as well.
And patience.
Prepare and plan is the same
this is
bloody
all for the
thing.
toddler
Should be
sleep
3
plan.
things, guys. Don't be silly. Plan, patience, and perseverance. Bosh.
Okay, you're not very good at this quiz. You've not got any right. What are the 4 main reasons kids become overstimulated?
TV, loud noises, sugar, and have I got any right so far?
No.
Fuck, what? 5 reasons.
4
4
main reasons kids can become overstimulated.
Overstimulated. So like too many things at once. So like not something to channel their focus in, like individually.
Too much activity.
Too much activity.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Like noise, like too much speaking, like multiple
No.
people speaking.
That's
at
that. I would
once.
say that was too much activity.
Okay, so that would fall under the same
Yeah.
thing. 4 things: overstimulated, sugar. I would have thought.
No.
because that causes you to have
Not
spikes
enough
in adrenaline.
sleep.
Not enough sleep. Okay.
No routine.
Okay.
Disruption to routine.
Okay.
That's not the same thing.
I
No
know,
routine and
but-
and too much
okay.
activity. Now, this is where it gets fucking interesting. Sorry to
Ooh,
swear.
Jeez.
But what are the what is not a sign of reflux? There's one in this list that is not a sign of reflux, but all the others are signs of reflux.
Okay.
And you've got to find not the sign of reflux. Okay.
The sign.
What is not a sign of reflux? Okay. Rubbing ears, a big tummy, falls asleep during the day, constantly wants a snack, drinks excess amounts of water, almost self-harms by headbanging, or will only eat with a distraction.
Damn, these are signs of acid reflux.
Yeah.
Okay, we roll them out. There's a lot of these.
Oh, Rokit.
Yeah,
He's got acid reflux. I'm not kidding you.
maybe.
When I
Okay.
was like, he's got they say also skinny, being really skinny with a big belly. That's Rokit.
That's a toddler. All toddlers. are
No,
like
there
that.
isn't though. He's the skinniest at school. I really think we should take him to a pediatrician.
Okay, so lay
So-
them out again.
Rubbing ears,
Yeah.
big tummy, falls asleep during the day, like consistently falls asleep during the day, constantly wants a snack, drinks excess amounts of water, almost self-harms by headbanging, and will only eat with a distraction. There's only one that doesn't coincide.
Is it sleeping during the day?
Yes.
Yeah.
So everything else is a sign of acid reflux.
So mad.
So I was like, oh shit, that's not good.
Rokit might have acid reflux.
I'm not kidding you. I think it's something to do with his food. Whether he's allergic to something, maybe it is the oat milk, or it
Well,
could
acid
be.
reflux is when your stomach is producing too much acid to break food down.
And they say that if they're complaining about like their throat drinking lots of water, it's because the acid's coming
yeah,
up.
and it's giving them
and
a
it's
burning
making-
throat.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Maybe we should check him out. Keep you guys updated. If you're going to email us about anything that your kids have regarding acid reflux, if your kid has acid reflux, make sure you email us itsthebanksters@gmail.com. That's itsthebanksters with 2 S's at gmail.com.
And I
we'll
wanna
read out
find-
some of your stories on the pod.
Yeah. Let us know what to do with acid reflux. Like, what are the signs to look out for? How do you change your kid's diet? It's so hard.
Yeah,
'Cause
how did you adapt
He's
your
so
lifestyle
fussy with
to meet
food.
it?
Like, we can't get fruit down him. We can
Yeah,
only
he only
seem
had
to...
like 5 mouthfuls of pasta today, and then he was just kind of like, done. I'm done. And you're like, oh, okay. But I think that's just being a toddler.
Yeah. What is the time for a toddler's desire to do things independently?
The term.
Yes, independence phase, autonomy, attachment, or dependency. These aren't very interesting questions, are they?
Autonomy.
Yeah.
Autonomy means you want to do something by yourself.
How many primary teeth do toddlers typically have by the age of 3?
Oh, is it like 11 or something? It's like the
10, 16, 20, or 24?
16,
No,
10,
no.
20.
20. What is a common nutrition challenge for toddlers? A, overeating. B, preferring vegetables over sweets. C, picky eaters. Or D, eating too much protein.
Picky eaters?
Picky eaters.
Okay. Did you make this quiz?
At what age do most toddlers begin to exhibit pretend play? 6 to 9 months, 12 to 18 months, 2 to 3 years, or 4 to 5 years? I'd say 2 to 3.
I would say 2 to 3 years as well. Does it not say that though? Does it
Yeah,
say younger?
2 to 3.
Yeah, because I would say 2 to 3 years because he's just turned 2 and he is just starting to like hand us things and pretend that something is happening and going like, you hold Buzz while I do this. And so I feel like he's starting to become better at like, you know, pretend play. And maybe he does role play stuff with his like classmates at school.
True or false? Toddlers have a limited attention span, usually only able to focus on a task for a few minutes at a time.
I mean, true, probably.
True, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because Rokit can concentrate for like 20 minutes if it's something he really enjoys, like Holly and Ben. Ben and Holly's Magic Kingdom. Or
Right,
Ben
we've
and
got
Holly's
2
Little
more.
Kingdom.
What is a typical milestone for language development in toddlers around 2 years old? Singing songs, counting to 100, reciting the alphabet, or forming 2 to 3 word sentences?
I mean, there's multiple in there. Like,
The
he's just
typical.
started tying 2 to 3 word sentences together, but also he's started singing familiar songs.
Yeah, what is the typical milestone though?
Typical's probably singing songs, I would say. No, is it stringing sentences together?
Yeah, D.
I would have said songs because songs are like an easy way to learn things. So I would have said that personally, but...
So,
Yeah.
and then last one is what we need to do. What is the effective way
The
to
acid reflux.
What is the effective way to discipline a toddler?
To discipline. Oh, no.
A, timeouts. B, lecturing for long periods.
No, obviously not.
C, ignoring the behavior.
No.
Or D, rewarding the behavior.
No,
you know how like your
first
parents
one.
are like, he's really...
Timeouts then probably.
It's
Out
timeout.
of all of those, timeouts
Yeah.
seems like the best.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
you,
you
don't
do have
reward
parents
bad
that
behaviour.
reward. Yeah, you do have parents that reward it. Who is like, if you stop doing that, I'll
Oh,
give
as
you
in
a
I'll
chocolate.
give you a sweet if you do
Yeah,
this.
that's
Oh,
rewarding
okay.
behaviour. Because
I
they go,
can't-
oh shit, if I act up, I'll
Yeah.
get something good if I stop it.
Because I feel like there are, from a personal perspective, and I'm not throwing like a spanner in the works purposefully, there are certain behaviours that toddlers exhibit that I feel like if that particular behaviour is trying to get your attention, then I don't see it being too bad if you ignore them for a certain amount of time. So for instance, when we did the dummy thing and we removed his dummy and the fairies took them away and then we gave him a present and all that stuff, and obviously we knew when it came to bedtime, he was going to start asking
for
for
it.
the dummy and
Yeah.
getting upset and stuff like that. That's just a given, right? So I said, let's do kind of like the sleep thing that we did when he was a baby, where you leave the room for 5 minutes, even if he's crying, or a few minutes, and then go back in and then leave and go back in. And so we did that for a bit. And then we both got a bit overwhelmed. We both went downstairs because he was really kicking off. And we went downstairs and then I was like, let's just leave him and see what happens. And it took like 6 minutes and then he just lay down and was like, cool. And then he fell asleep.
Yeah.
So, but he had turned his light on.
Well,
Annoyingly,
do you
where
remember-
his cot is, he can reach his light.
I know.
So he stands up, turns the light on,
But
and
it's
it's a
one of
twisty
those-
as well. And he turns it all the way up so that it's bright in his room. And he's like, ah!
But these British homes, I've noticed, like we have a lot of box rooms, whereas like if you're in the States, it's a lot of like that cot was built for like European or American rooms where it's like the cot is meant to be in the center of the room and you can walk around it. That's what that
Oh,
cot
okay.
is.
Oh, yeah, because it has all the cupboards on the other side.
on the other side.
We've got half the
sides around.
cupboards we can't use because they're pushed up against the wall.
Yeah. Whereas you just wouldn't have the space for it. Well, you would.
We got it
but
from Maison de Monde.
you just couldn't get a side unit. Yeah, Maison de Monde, which they don't do in this country anymore.
Someone's bought out Maison de Monde, haven't they? Like Next or something.
No. They do. It's now just European only.
Oh, so it doesn't deliver because of
No.
Brexit.
I don't know.
Cheers.
Something like that. But yeah, so basically,
Nigel.
I think, guys, I'm so excited because the next time we're coming on the podcast, which will be in 2 weeks recording this show because we do 2 at a time, Rokit may be in a big boy's bed, which is where this book is going to come in. Like, that kind of gives you...
I'm so scared because he can open doors now.
I'm so scared.
He can open doors, so he can literally just get out of bed, open his bedroom door, and just wander into the house.
That first night, we should do a YouTube
We're
vlog.
literally not going to sleep.
Yeah, we should do a YouTube vlog.
What, for the first night?
For the first night.
Yeah, it's going to be the grumpiest video you've ever seen in your life.
But I feel like we need to add a stand to it because, like, if you watch our vlogs, guys, on YouTube, they're like, blah, 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 and we've got a really good camera, but it's just our filming skills are just horrendous.
Your filming skills are horrendous.
No, yours are.
I don't
Yours
even
aren't great.
start with this. You are Mrs. Shaky Hands. I swear to God, every time you get the camera, you're like,
So where are
so
you?
this is where we're going today.
That was like today when he was like, Joey, look at this. And he showed me something on his phone. And he was like, and I was like,
We were on a
Trying to
train.
read it.
No, we were in a car. We were in an Uber.
and then I was like, I can't read it because you're moving your hand. And he got really annoyed with me. You were like...
God, it really do sound like we're bickering.
Yeah, we are. We're actually, you know what we need to do? We need to have sex. We're going to have sex. It's so long.
But, okay, context. Context to that comment is Rokit was ill, then Jamie was ill.
I've been ill for 3 weeks.
Then Rokit was ill again, and then Jamie got ill again. Now Rokit is ill again, and Jamie still got a cough. So it's
Still got a
literally
cough.
been like almost a month.
Like, guys, I went out
where-
and celebrated being like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm totally fine now. The cough's gone. It's all good. We went out. I had 2 drinks. And then I came home and had cough. And I was like,
You came out
oh.
and you had a cough, and you woke up the next day, and you were like, I feel like it's all started again. Like it's literally just started over, reset.
Yeah, it's completely reset.
And we're going out this weekend, aren't we?
We're meant to be going out this weekend. I would love to because it's with our it's with our agents and they're such great crack.
They are
but at
great
the
crack.
same time, I'm like, I need to get over this illness. I haven't exercised for like 3 weeks. Mentally struggling with that because it really gets me down.
Yeah, I think when you're constantly ill for a long period of time, it eventually just becomes annoying, and you annoy yourself by coughing or sneezing or whatever it is. And but yeah, I think that we need to get better, get back on the horse, have some fun, go and do some more date nights because Thursday night is date night for me and you, and we haven't actually had a Thursday night date night for ages because we've had other things going on. We've been away.
Yeah.
We've had illnesses, all this stuff and we've got Rokit who's not very well at the moment, so we're making him, even if our parents have him for the day, we're making them bring him back for the evening so he can sleep in his own bed because he sleeps better at our house.
Yeah.
And so then we're not getting a proper date night because we have him to look after in case he wakes up, or we can't really cut loose.
Exactly.
As
Can't
much
cut
as
loose.
we were.
But honestly, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on every single week and having us part of your routine. It really means the world to us. We love bringing you this. I can't wait to get Allison Scott Wright on.
Woo! And just so you know,
She's
we
gonna be
release this
amazing.
podcast on Wednesdays at 5 a.m. and we do that for a purpose. We do that so that when you're taking your kids to school at 6, 7, 8 a.m., whatever time you take them down, this can be part of your daily morning drive every Wednesday, or weekly morning drive, I should say, every Wednesday early in the morning. So that was the kind of reason behind doing it.
If you would prefer a different day, just let us know. Because I feel like it's good to hear the people's talk. Well, it's like the government, you go and you
You're
do a
comparing
little
our
poll.
podcast to the government?
Well, it's like the polls.
You wanna do a poll?
Yeah, you do a poll.
No! Wednesdays at 5.
It's
Deal
not
with
poll.
it.
Is it?
Turn on notifications on as well so you know when it's come on, so that in the morning when you're all tired and bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, or maybe you've got puffy eyes, whatever, it's come up on your notifications.
Right,
The
I'm going to
Bankses.
read you a nice
Don't
little
tell Mum
story
Pod.
quickly here from somebody
You're going to read me a story.
to finish it off.
Will I be snoozing by the end of it?
No, you won't be
I
snoozing
have my
by the
Rokit
end of it.
pillow here, just in
Okay,
case.
you ready?
Yes.
I don't know which one. We're going to open it randomly and find one. Just to finish off the podcast from
Just
her
to send
book.
our audience to sleep.
No, it's not going to send our audience. Are you okay?
This is your sign to turn off the podcast, guys. Go!
Okay, we hadn't slept for 2.5 years. Our daughter simply refused to conform to any form of sleep training, and we tried. And as much as we felt like she should be able to resolve things ourselves, we couldn't. We talked about it insistently. The night times were a nightmare. It was all we ever discussed. So we finally cracked. I called Allison, who explained that all our sleep problems we had was due to the underlying acid reflux problems and food intolerances. After addressing these issues and following Allison's brilliant advice, we now have consistency in our approach. We implemented some very clear boundaries, have set a bedtime routine, which we have. We have a routine. She goes to bed, sleeps through night, and stays there until we get her up in the morning. It's a complete miracle. What also helped was understanding that we shouldn't discuss what happened at night with each other or family members. Sorry, guys. We're going to keep discussing it with you. It's such a relief not to only know that she's sleeping, but the drama surrounding the sleep problem has been removed from all of us.
Nice.
Yeah, nice positive
So it's good.
ending.
But the funny thing is, notice how she was like, we got helped so much, but she didn't actually say what she did.
Well, because it's in the chapter.
Oh, okay. So it's
it
in that
says-
chapter where it explains how to do something.
It says how to have a conversation with your toddler about why they couldn't sleep as well.
Ah,
So kind of
interesting.
like-
Okay. Well, make sure you guys grab a copy of The Toddler Sleep Plan by Allison Scott Wright. Jamie, you can see how worn this book is. Jamie has read it top to toe.
Actually, I haven't properly read it. I
Great.
open it
Thank
for like
you.
subjects.
I now look like an absolute div saying that. Thanks,
Right,
babe. Love
guys,
you.
I'm going to leave and you're going to tell a secret.
Spodney.
Have you
Love
got
ya.
a secret?
Other than the fact that our son keeps asking for Kardashian, and instead of giving him chocolate, I'm giving him malt loaf. There you go.
What's a malt loaf?
Malt loaf is his little dinosaur. You know his dinosaur bars?
Yeah.
They're made of saurine.
Oh my god,
Like
yeah.
malt loaf. That's
Is
what
that
malt
good
loaf
for
is.
kids?
It's just like raisins and like a sticky bread.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit healthier than
Cute.
chocolate. So I've just been giving him those instead. And that's it. And he hasn't clocked on yet. He's like, Kordeshi! And I run and grab him one. I'm like, here's Kordeshi! And he's eating it. And he's a bit confused, but he's like, okay, fine, I'll eat it. So I'm getting away with it for now. I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast, wherever it is you're listening or watching it on YouTube. Thank you so much for your continued support. Please drop us a follow and review this podcast on whichever platform you have so that we then have the ability to bring on better and better guests for you.
Nah, what he said.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Shh, don't